Welcome back to some more Katawa Shoujo. We are... What are we doing? What do we
Um,
do?
I don't know what we're gonna be doing, but I know that we just finished watching Fireworks with Rin, and then we watched the Act 2 animation sequence,
That was beautiful.
just like you.
Uh... Stop, you're making me blush. Alright, let's load it up. It's already 8:30, but this morning's class has not yet begun. We were supposed to have physics, but the teacher is nowhere to be seen.
It's like deuces.
Ditch! Ditch! I had known this beforehand, or had I known this beforehand, I would have slept in too. Ouch. Suddenly, the classroom door slams open, and Mutao grunts his morning greetings to us from the doorway. Grabs his hot coffee and throws it on the floor.
Oh, what should his voice be?
We've done him before. I don't know.
No, we haven't.
We have.
Did we really?
Yeah. Remember he pulled us out in the hallway and he's like, "Kid, how's it going?"
Oh yeah.
He's like our homeroom teacher, but he's like a permanent teacher.
Morning, everyone. I don't know. I just average voice, whatever.
It'll be different every time. It's fine. Mutao looks like he had not slept at all.
He has not.
He had not slept at all. The stubble, his messier than normal hair, and the stained dress shirt creates a less than favorable impression. I guess he had fun last night at the festival too.
All them students.
That's where I was hoping that would not go.
Excuse my being late. I ran into unexpected problems. I'm usually not one for festivals like this, but I hope you all had a good time. Points at some chick in the back and winks.
No.
After all, these sorts of events are important for you all, since they give you a short reprieve from schoolwork. And now I'm gonna double it.
Oh boy. The class replies with various degrees of enthusiasm, and Mutao proceeds to take the role and get started.
Right then, today's subject is photon particle physics. Great!
Yep. Before long, I have descended into the comfortable coma-like state, along with the rest of the class, letting Mutao's rambling speeches pass through one ear and exit the other without leaving a trace. That's you.
Now, who could tell us the solution to this problem?
Not me. He's written a rather easy question on the blackboard. Desperately, he tries to get the class to participate.
Nobody? Come on, guys. Nakai, how about you?
Unfairly singled out and concerned, I give him an answer.
Cornered.
Cornered. I am very concerned. It causes his shaggy features to twist into a genial smile that would scare little children senseless.
Just like he wants.
No.
Precisely. Good work, Nakai.
That us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last name.
I'm both disturbed and honored by the fact that he can remember my name only 1 week after I transferred here.
He teaches like 18 kids. Of course he can.
I know. From what I've seen, Mutao has serious trouble remembering the names of anybody else in the class.
Oh.
Well, I guess that makes sense. And most of them have been here since the first year.
It's because he's... never mind.
Don't. The room settles into a dreary mood, student and teacher alike, trying to get back on track after the festival. I figure last week must have been frantic for everyone. Bing bong, not a minute too soon, the lunch bell rings.
Make way, important business!
You had a touch of the fat mayor in there.
I know, that's just... It was question mark, so that's my go-to.
It's like some chick.
It probably is. It's probably Emmy.
No, I don't know. It sounds like it'd be a teacher. I turn my head just in time to see other people scattering out of the way as someone charges from the far end of the corridor towards the stairwell.
It's Emmy.
Is it?
They're sprinting down the hallway.
Oh, I guess. It's too late to realize that I'm standing in the middle of the corridor, directly in the way of the oncoming human projectile. I try to skip back towards the doorway. Unfortunately, the person running towards me dodges in the same direction. In the following fraction of a second, several things come to mind in sequence, yet almost simultaneously.
Boom, get wrecked.
Yeah, headshot 360 no-scope. I first recognize that the girl who is on a collision course with me is Emmy.
Told you.
Alright. Second, I realize that it feels somehow very natural to be tackled by Emmy once again. I could feel almost comfortable if not for the reflexive panic and terror. Third, Emmy seems to be carrying a foot-tall stack of papers while running in the hallway.
And they go everywhere.
Yep. She crashes into me, but at least the impact was a grazing one on my arm this time.
Owie! Why does this always happen to me?
Because you run in the halls, don't run. Gee, I wonder, could it possibly have anything to do with you running through the corridor like you were on fire? Okay. She whimpered. What?
That's why I did it. She whimpers regretfully.
Yes, I know. She whimpers regretfully, looking like a hurt puppy. The sight makes me regret my snappish comment the very instant it emerges from my lips.
Andrew doesn't like me doing those voices because he gets just
Boo!
Just gets so turned on.
Boo!
But I was in a hurry.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Sorry.
It's all good, don't worry about it. Emmy wails weakly one last time and rubs her forehead as if to expel the ache while her gaze sweeps over the hallway floor. Ah!
I was like, whale.
There's a bunch of seagulls around here. Somebody get the seagulls out of the building. As she notices her neat stack of papers spread all over the floor in one big mess, she lets out a horrified yelp.
The printouts! Oh no, what am I gonna do? Teacher give me hell if I get dirty.
They're probably fine. Let's get them back up. It won't be a problem. We quickly round up the papers, and Emmy tries to sort the scattered pile in her hands back into the orderly stack it was.
Where are you going?
I don't know, where are you going? Nowhere in particular, I guess. Wait. Oh god, I messed up. Didn't want to be left alone with Matao in the classroom. I think he has a hangover.
Have you eaten lunch?
No, not yet, but I'm not feeling very hungry anyway. She looks at me incredulously, as if doubting my sanity for letting such a thing out of my mouth.
You should go to the roof. I promised Rin I would eat lunch with her. I bet she'd like company.
Uh-oh. My lunches with Rin have been remarkably unsuccessful.
Yeah, but you sat with her all day and watched fireworks.
I know. Practically dating now.
Exactly.
Gee, that's weird. I know where this conversation is going, and it's hard not to get drawn along. So I have little choice but to play ball. Okay, I'll go pick up some bread or something first.
Playing ball is not very fair with Emmy. She can't kick it very well.
Oh, well, that's... gonna have to work around that. Emmy smiles brightly before I say anything further.
No. I'll go deliver... what? I'll go and deliver these super quick, and then go buy us lunch for us. And Rin, too, of course. What kind of bread do you like?
It's fine. You really don't need to.
Don't worry, it's alright. Consider an apology. I'll be back before you know it.
Why didn't we date her?
We have.
Okay. That's what I'm worried about. Don't get into another accident. Emmy starts walking down the hall, but since she's talking to me, she isn't watching where she's going.
I won't.
Oh. Famous last words. She's already jogging down the stairs as she shouts that not so reassuring promise back to me. Sighing quietly, I start poddling along in her wake. Ploddling.
Okay.
There's a bunch of D's. Lots of D's, too many D's. But instead of taking the stairs down, I climb upwards. The stairwell up to the roof is unlit and just as creepy as it was before. The door squeaks weakly in protest as I push it open.
Aliens!
Rin the alien. Rin is there too, like Emmy said, lying on her back at the other end of the pebble-covered rooftop for some reason. Predicting something unnecessarily strange again, I walk to her as slowly as possible.
Hello.
She sounds very drowsy as she says that, stretching the end of the word with a slurred voice. Despite that, her eyes are wide open. I look down at her, my shadow overlapping her face. What are you doing? Rin raises an eyebrow.
I thought you had a heart problem, not an eye problem.
Oh, you're such a kidder.
Burn!
She answers challenging the rationale of my perfectly valid question without even tilting her head back, her head to look at me. Rin's smart-ass comments are infuriating. Why are you so mad at her? The worst thing is that I'm not sure if she's doing it on purpose or not.
See, we don't care, Andrew, because we give smart-ass comments to a lot of stuff, so we don't understand why there's an issue.
Yeah.
But people who don't, they're like, fuck!
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
We just do it too much.
I totally see it. Alright then, let me rephrase. Why are you lying on your back on the rooftop? She gives a lazy shrug and sniffs dismissively.
I'm trying to experience. People probably don't do this enough.
What exactly are you trying to experience here? I can't really tell, but there's probably a reason people don't do whatever. She's playing dodgeball with me again. How can she? She doesn't have hands. Answering my attempt at a small task
she just can't throw it.
riddles I don't want to puzzle out. What if she's last on the team? She's last left.
She better be real good at dodging.
But she couldn't win. She can't throw the ball back.
Kick it at him, I don't know.
But I don't want to ignore her either.
Yeah, but the reason is that everyone is too busy with their lives to pay attention to the really important things.
Like doing nothing?
Yeah, man.
Like watching the sky?
Like doing nothing?
She tears her gaze away from the sky and finally looks straight at me. The penetrating deepness of her eyes once she focuses them on something, is startling.
You know, if you were a girl, I'd be able to see your panties.
Oh, you're making me blush. If I was a girl, I wouldn't come this close to anyone who tried to sneak a peek at my panties. I have that much common sense. Oh.
I wouldn't either, but sometimes it can't be avoided. Like now, for example. To tell you the truth, I don't even really want to peek at your panties, though. Underpants are the soul of a girl. You shouldn't peek at someone else's soul, even if you're not a girl.
It's pretty deep. As a guy, I guess I can understand that. To us, there's some sort of half-mythical object that we really can't quite comprehend.
This has gone over in a multitude of animes.
I know. What was that? I showed you. You
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
me
there's-
that picture
yeah.
where that guy is like explaining it in detail.
Yeah, he's like, you never peek. They're mystical. If you see them, it's awesome, but if you search for them, they're not awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
That's exactly how I think about them too. What a coincidence.
it really is. So did you have world history in the morning class?
I skip class.
To do this?
That's what I'd do. Ow!
Are
Oh,
you?
that hurt so bad.
What'd you do?
Oh, I smacked my wrist bone or whatever on my fucking bed.
Oh.
Bedpost. Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I'm doing, or at least I think what. I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna restart this whole thing. Well, I'm not actually doing what it looks like I am doing, or at least I think that what I'm doing doesn't look like what I look like. But from your perspective, oh my god, probably. Yeah, I skipped class to do this.
I guess whatever your reason is, it's as good as any. Giving in to the tired feeling in my legs, I sit down on the roof next to Rin. The pebbles are not the most comfortable bed in the world, but if she can stand it, then I should be able to as well.
What are you waiting for?
Hmm?
Try it.
I bend my neck backwards to take a look where she's looking. The silvery blue sky, dotted by herds of cloud sheep, fills my field of vision entirely. While it's pretty, the view is nothing special, even though the weather is fair. I give a shrug, trying my best to imitate the nonchalant manner which Rins seems to have her involved to perfection, and lie down on my back. The stones poke at my back and through my thin shirt whenever I shift my weight, even a little, forcing me to keep as still as possible. I try to ignore the discomfort and myself, instead concentrating on the vastness over us. Far above, the summer clouds drift soundlessly across the dome of the sky. Neither of us has anything more to say, thus silence covers the rooftop.
All I could think of is the wheels in the sky keep on turning.
And then a large animation of Journey starts playing above us.
Yes!
The subdued noises of students on their lunch breaks, cicadas in the trees, and traffic buzzing past the school are humming pleasantly.
Sure it's cicadas?
Cats.
Carrot cake.
Buzzing past the school are humming pleasantly somewhere in the background. Listen, I had a great time yesterday.
Did you?
Well, to be honest, no. But but it was alright, I guess. I mean, you're cool, kind of. Even though you're really boring, you know.
Can I touch your boobs?
It was probably the longest time I've ever sat in one place without doing anything, which is kind of impressive. I try to make it sound as convincing as possible.
Is that impressive?
I mean, I guess. I think it is. I'm usually too restless to do anything like that.
I think I had a good time too.
A cloud passes above us, casting its shadow on the school. A chill surges through me from the sudden change of sunlight to shade. I realize that summer is not in its full bloom quite yet. The only measure of time passing is the slow pace of the clouds moving towards the town. Stray beams of golden sunlight leak through the gaps, blinding me for a moment whenever they hit me directly in the eyes. The blue of the sky looks so unreachable. This reminds me of the time I spent in the hospital, where I was bored out of my mind on a daily basis. Somehow, it didn't matter after a while. I learned to appreciate other things besides watching TV and gossiping with people I didn't even like. A comprehensive sensation of calmness spreads from my sight to my other senses, finally hitting my brain. An airplane zooms by, leaving two thin contrails in its wake like a pair of chalk lines, drawn from one end of the sky to the other. I wonder where it's heading to.
That way.
Yep. The low din of its engines carries all the way down my ears, although it's barely audible over the racket from the quad.
It's nice.
It's nice, but I don't understand why this is more important than going to class.
Isn't it good to do something you like? Every once in a while?
Of course, but...
What are you doing?
Oh, no, we're not making
That
out.
sounded a little too aggressive.
That's okay, she walks in and we're doing something weird.
Put your pants back on! No!
I can't imagine me just like walking up and just being like, what the fuck is...
What's a Sonic?
Emmy has snuck up on us without either noticing, and is only a step away from me, holding several packages wrapped in plastic film in her arms. She leans forward and peeks over me, overshadowing my face, almost exactly the same way I overshadowed Rin before. Uh-oh. I wonder how weird...
On your face.
Ew. I wonder how weird this looks, the two of us lying on our backs on the rooftop.
Not at all. There's two people laying down.
That's what I asked too.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
No, it can't.
I would be more concerned about what you are doing. If I were you, I wouldn't come that close to people who could see your panties. Ren!
You know I don't wear them. Emmy's voice is scandalized, but she quickly takes a step backward, pressing her hands against the front of her skirt so abruptly that the parcels of bread she was carrying fall. I quickly avert my eyes and glance angrily at Rin. She pretends not to see me.
You were like, dang it, so close.
Rin, why'd you ruin it?
Hisao isn't like that, right?
Right.
Right.
Emmy scowls at Rin and crouches down to pick up the packages. She wipes the dust off them and skips blithely around me to Rin's other side where she sets herself down.
I actually don't know what that means. I think it just means lively.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Moving in an easy and graceful way. Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
That was quick.
Vocab word of the day.
There you go.
Anyway, here's your bread. Sorry it took a while.
That's alright. Thanks for treating me. I pull myself up into a sitting position and gratefully accept the bread Emmy is offering. All three of us ravenously dig into the simple meal. The bread is surprisingly decent and readily fills my stomach. I follow from the corner of my eye the skill with which Rin handles her bread between her feet. Man, that's gross.
Haven't seen you on the track in a few days.
Well, it's because I'm dating Rin. Oh, right. I figured it was too heavy a routine for me to start with.
So you've been doing something else?
Not hanging out with Rin. I've been considering my options. She frowns, but doesn't pursue the issue further, for which I'm thankful. Emmy seems pretty headstrong, and I wouldn't really want to get pestered by her about this on a daily basis. I have enough burdens to bear with Shizune and Misha already. Where are they at?
I don't know. Where you at? Where you at?
We barely finished the lunch before the bell rang, calling us back to our classrooms.
Oh god,
Mario!
Yeah, oh yeah. Ichan!
You don't have to read it like...
Mario.
You don't have to read it like... Misha waves at me as soon as I enter and starts talking before I even make my way across the classroom.
How was your festival? Did you have fun?
Still somewhat undecided on that. I'd say probably. Why?
Wah ha ha! Just asking.
Touching any girls yet? Her eyes glint in a way that tells me she's not just asking. I can't even start to guess her motives, though. As the well-timed entrance of the English teacher prevents us from talking any further, Misha falls back to plan B.
Do you mean to read this?
Well, it is her writing, so I guess so.
I was there all day with Shichan. We had a lot of fun.
Weren't you supposed to be doing work?
Don't worry, everything went really well.
I don't reply to that, and she leaves me alone after Shizune demands her attention. My own attention, on the other hand, is directed out the windows. Now that I look at it from here, through the window and the foliage just outside, the sky seems smaller.
Because you can only see part of it because of the window.
Uh-huh. Slow zoom. I catch only small glimpses of blue. Everything else is a cluster of noise right in the middle of my field of vision.
The zoom was so slow at first, I wasn't sure if it actually was.
Yeah. What experience did Rin want out of staring at the sky?
Peace?
Yeah, I guess. Surely she's done it before. Everyone has. It's no use trying to guess her mind, but if I don't do that, then I have no excuse for not concentrating on the teacher's words. I look at the scribbles appearing on the blackboard, trying to figure out their meaning with little success. English really is not my favorite subject. We have a strong mutual dislike for each other.
Yeah, just like the use of had and had. Which is better, had or had? I had not used had in a while. I had used had in a while.
Well, said
Both are correct.
said the well inspector to the well. Well, let's do a couple more. I really want to get to an exciting stopping point.
Let's do it.
Okay. Thick, hot afternoon light invades the corridor, making the air feel heavy and lazy. I knew you were gonna make noises. My body feels weighed down by it as I drag it 2 corridors down the hallway to the art classroom. Maybe this is part of the reason why I didn't join any clubs before. Afternoons just aren't suited for activity.
What?
Wow, look at all those people I've never seen.
Rins back there. And some cool dude with shades.
Those straight up look like the shades that it's like, deal with it. I knock on the door of the art room and open it. A girl who was possibly doing something important with the scroll of paper she's carrying turns to reckon me and smiles in a sweet, if a bit confused manner.
Hello?
She has that, like, plain face I can't even begin to describe because there are little features. This is the art club, right?
Yup. You interested in joining?
I can see what your disability is. I'm sorry. That's so mean. Yeah, in fact, I might have already have done so, but we'll see. I give her a weak smile, and her own widens a notch, making me feel less nervous.
Right, have a seat then. We'll start when the teacher gets here, bro.
Oh, God.
Who's sleeping in the back corner there?
I don't know. Without even scouting the room for a good spot, I walk quickly to the back of the room and settle myself on a free seat, apart from everyone else. Is that... I mean, that is Rin, but...
She's right there, just pick her.
We gotta go sit next to her.
Yeah.
A few other members are lounging in their seats, waiting for the teacher. Rin sits alone in a window seat, looking outside. She's the only person here that I know. Although a guy I've never really gotten along with from my own class is here too.
Probably the pouty guy with the green shirt. It looks like a guy.
I guess so. Nobody else comes to greet me. Maybe introductions are left for later.
No, they
So,
don't.
what?
I said no, they just don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. I just settled for silent observations as well. One boy has sunglasses on. An odd sight indoors. Were we not at Yamaku? Totally forgot how to pronounce the name of the school. I'll bet he's the blind student Rim was talking about.
That explains the glasses.
Yep. The wait proves to be extremely short. It's this dude again.
I wish I could do Oak's voice. Hello! Hello! Like that?
I'm Professor Oak. No, that's not even Professor Oak. I don't know. I mean, you've done it before, so just wing it to the best you can.
Should I do, Fat Mayor?
Yeah, I guess. But I think he talked like... I think he kind of talked like Wario, too.
I got it, I'll do it.
Alright, we'll see. Nomiya? Nomiya. I don't...
That's him.
Yeah, I know, I don't know how to say it. It sounds weird. Whatever.
Nomiya?
Noimyo Momoi walks over to stand behind his desk.
Gonna get sued.
No.
I'm kidding.
Gonna get sued. He stands behind his desk, 3 long strides, gives a smile and a flamboyant greeting.
Good afternoon, everyone.
That's a good Oak voice.
First things first. Hisao there is a new member, so everyone get along with him. That's how you immediately get people people start bullying you in a classroom. Be nice to this kid.
Everybody scowls at you like, why do we have to respect him? God.
They pull out their socks full of cash.
He winks at me unsettlingly. All 8 members of the club, including myself, answer his greetings with considerably less enthusiasm.
Wow.
Still, people finally straighten up in their seats and begin to pay attention.
I think some of you... Oh, I'm sorry, I got a burp.
That's all good.
Okay. I think some of you still have projects to work on, so please continue with those if you like. As for the rest, I was thinking that today we could do some rough studies. How does that sound?
Nobody answers except with some unintelligible murmurs, which Nomiya apparently interprets as unanimous approval.
All right then. Everyone not working on other projects, choose a partner and draw a sketch of one another.
Yay, we get to draw Rin.
You should be able to complete this today, but if not, we can continue it next time, or even do it again if you find it interesting. Remember to pay attention to lighting and shadow, and give it your best.
Pairing up. I feel pretty awkward about it, hardly knowing anyone here. I
Rin,
wish someone
Rin,
would ask
Rin.
me to be their partner.
Rin,
Why do
Rin.
we sit next to Rin? Come on. People stand up and move their chairs closer together, but nobody comes to me. Pretty soon everyone has paired off. Friends team up with each other, and I'm left alone. Well, there is Rin. Jesus, dude, get up and... She's sitting in the furthest corner of the classroom, still staring out the window, and seemingly uninterested in taking part in the exercise. Since she's the only other one without a partner, I walk to her seat. I can't see her face because her hair is covering most of it, and she's looking away from me. Rin. I call out to her, no response. Hey, want to partner up? We're kind of the only ones left here. You're the only one I know here. Come on, girl. She seems to finally acknowledge my presence, head turning like a robot as she looks to see who is addressing her. Nada. Rin doesn't answer, and I don't want to repeat the question either. I'm sure she's heard it the first time. Still nothing.
Just sit down, fuck.
Why doesn't she say anything?
Because she didn't need to, you just need to sit down.
Yeah, I know. It can't be such an awful fate to be paired with me, can it?
God, so fucking, like, I suck.
It's so angsty, gosh. Ugh. She doesn't look at my face, and instead stares directly at my chest and stomach.
Oh, okay. Why not?
She looks pissed.
That's her normal face.
Yeah.
It's not even, it's just like, alright.
Whatever.
It's just her, okay.
Okay. Good. Great. I'll get the stuff for us. Looking at the equipment Nomiya has prepared for us today, for today's meeting confuses me. Instead of graphite or pencils, we're apparently supposed to do ink sketches. That's hard. I've never done anything like that before.
I've never even done regular sketches.
Yeah. The teacher, however, seems confident in my abilities to adapt to this medium.
Simple! First, you do the outlines in ink. You let them dry, then you shade with the diluted ink. This is called India ink. It works like watercolors. If you're uncomfortable with it, use a pen instead of a brush for the outlines.
Got it. I pick up paper, water cups, one pen for me, one brush for Rin, and ink for both of us. Then return to Rin. Grabbing a vacated chair from nearby, I seat myself directly opposite to her.
How is the blind guy gonna draw a sketch of the person of his partner? Well, you could feel their face, I guess. Never mind.
You're asking the tough questions, man.
Do you want me to do it with my foot or my mouth?
That's a little awkward. Pardon me, what did you say? She tilts her head, her brows forming questioning arches, as if she doesn't understand that I didn't understand the question.
I don't mind drawing either way. You look better if I do it with my foot, though.
With your foot, then, if it's all the same to you.
When you draw her, you just draw a stick figure and you put red hair on top.
And you just, like, erase the arms.
It's head, no.
You just scribble them out. God, such well-rounded people. Nodding in answer, Rin gets up from her seat and kicks off her sandals.
Chanclas?
It's so weird. In two fluid motions, she picks up the paper sheets and drops it on the floor, then snatches the brush between her toes before sitting on the floor in a weird half cross-legged position. Although I've seen her do everything with her feet already, from eating to painting, this display of dexterity is so prodigious that I just... What?
I don't know.
Prodigious, I'll go with that.
Because it's like prodigy? Prodigious? Prodigious?
Prodigious. Prodigimon. That I just stare at her, stunned. Rin contemplates her blank paper intently. The sharp tip...
Prodigious.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, prodigious. Remarkably or impressively great in extent, size, or degree.
Cool.
Vocab word of the day.
Vocab word. The sharp tip of her brush hovers over the paper in anticipation. When she raises her head to see if I'm ready, I quickly turn my face away. What are you doing?
I'll go first. Make a pose.
What kind of pose? I say with a
Just-
posed look.
Shut up. Oh my god. I hate you, that's all I can think. It doesn't matter. That's the point. You have to make the sketch with the impression you get, not decide beforehand.
I end up just sitting in my chair, my hands hanging limply between my knees. I look at her and she looks at me for a moment before beginning. Rin's stare is piercing, but impassive, as if she were trying to absorb a part of me into her own self. I feel like I'm physically shrinking under the pressure of her gaze. I get the feeling that for the first time since we met, Rin is actually looking at me, instead of in my general direction. She sketches with confident, bold sweeps of the delicate brush, not caring about the potentially destructive consequences of accidentally misplaced strokes. Blech. After she's happy with the outlines, she stands up to pose for me, stretching her back and legs. This time, she doesn't look at me. Instead, Rin lets her gaze wander around the room. I'm relieved. It's easier to stare at someone when they aren't staring back at you.
Says the stalker.
What? What do you mean?
That's what a stalker would say. Or it's a lot easier to stare at someone if they're not staring at you.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I would assume. Not that I'd know.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Even so, I find it hard to get the sketch going. I'm not especially artistically talented, so I'm scared my portrait will turn into something disfigured, especially when compared to my partner's skill.
Something disfigured, you say?
I don't want to embarrass myself too badly on the first try. Rin's not helping the process either. She doesn't stand still for even 10 seconds, tilting her head from side to side to judge her drawing, biting at her lower lip, looking unsatisfied, and constantly shuffling around like she was on hot coals. I finally managed to make some headway on my sketch, and with outlines done, we both start inking in the shadow and light. You guys made me ink.
Odd.
Nomiya passes by and remarks on the beginnings of our sketches.
Rin, yours looks amazing. Hisao? Garbage. Very good. Standing figure is easier for beginner to get a grasp of.
But I didn't choose the pose.
Rin did, 'cause she's good.
Yep. I look at him, then at Rin in confusion, but she's already moving on to the next pair, and Rin seems unresponsive. Just like when she was painting the mural, Rin has become so engrossed with her work that it seems she has shut me, the classroom, and the entire world itself out for her own little sphere of existence. Every now and then, she leans backwards, seemingly to get some perspective. Sometimes she bends forward, leaning down until her nose almost touches the paper. This rocking back and forth looks silly. Suddenly, Rin proves she hasn't completely drifted off into a world of her own, and speaks.
Are you having fun already?
You bet. She doesn't raise her eyes from drawing, which is a good thing. The breaking of the silence sends a jolt of surprise through me, as if I'd been electrocuted. I don't know yet. It's hard to say. I can't hear how she replies to my answer because it seems she's suddenly having a private, whispered conversation with her sketch. She was talking to the sketch and not you.
Oh, man.
I don't understand how she can draw so well when she has the attention span of a butterfly.
Hey, butterflies can survive in the world, so obviously it's long enough.
I mean, I guess?
Yeah, as long as you can survive, whatever.
As it seems she lost her interest, I go back to work on my drawing as well. Try to add texture to Rins' hair, to somehow grasp the way the golden afternoon sun lights her bright red flame and transfer what?
Bright red hair. Just say bright red hair.
Bright red hair, and transfer it to my paper in shades of black and gray. Somehow this pen and the bottle of ink seems like such lousy, inadequate tools for the task. Minutes pass, but the sketch doesn't magically look any more like Rin than it did before. Her voice wakes me up from my despair.
About now.
Excuse me?
Are you having fun already?
Why do you keep asking that?
Oh, I totally zoned out. Because it's a club, right? Clubs are meant to be fun. You joined to have fun. Are you having fun?
Is it important that I'm having fun?
Yes.
Okay, I'm having fun.
Good.
I don't know, it kind of feels like she cares.
She does, but, yeah.
I wonder if I said that just to please her, or if I really meant it. I can't really decide which it is. I don't hate this, though. I can honestly say that much. It's good enough for now. As the allotted time to finish the studies quickly ticks away, I desperately try to improve my awful sketch, but it doesn't seem to get any better. I want to start again from scratch, but what would be the point? There's no time for that either.
Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Please turn in the drawings on my desk, and I'll see you all next Monday.
Oh, I love it.
It doesn't look bad, though. It looks
Yeah, I really do like it. It's... Yeah, it's good.
I'd hang that up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than what I draw.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot draw. I glance at my portrait. It doesn't exactly look like Rin. I guess you could say it portrays her, but that might be a bit generous. The nose and jaw look hideous, and the shading is terrible. Granted, it's my first attempt at drawing with ink, but it's still pretty bad.
That's not bad. Oh,
She Oh, she is. She sneaks up behind me while I was lost in thought.
Your drawings get me all hot and bothered.
Ugh. Damn it. I was hoping I could smuggle the portrait to the teacher without you seeing it.
Why?
I'm not really happy with it. I wish I could draw better.
You just need some practice. Could you take my drawing to the teacher, too?
Oh, I get to see it. Curious myself about how the sketch turned out, I peek at the picture from the way Rin was drawing. It looked like she was really into it. Oh, that's really cool. It's excellent. Somehow the seemingly arbitrary strokes come together to form an image of my face, from the shape of my chin, to the messy hair, to the somewhat gloomy expression.
Now, it's funny, you can say whatever you want. It's funny that, this is how he's described in, like, every route, just that, like, and people say it, and he's like, oh, fuck, I do look really gloomy. What do you want to say? You're amazing? I wish I was as good as you? I think I'd rather say you're amazing, rather than I wish I was as good as you, because then that's, like, you just need more practice, then why continue with that, you know?
Yeah. Alright,
You're amazing.
We'll go with you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Next time on Katawa Shoujo. Did you click it already?
Yeah.
Alright, well I'm gonna make everybody wait.
Well, all it says is, wow, you're amazing, so...
This is an important decision.
You click on it, you see the thing.
Cliffhanger! Thank you all for watching, and I guess we'll find out next time.
Rin dies.
No! How dare you! She is lovely, and we care about her, and she might care about us. Or she might care about clouds. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Cloud
Anyways.
from Final Fantasy.
I mean, he is pretty hot. Anyways, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.